Good evening, everybody. You are looking live, Frederick Douglass Field, Newark, New Jersey. It is the home opener for your 2025 Rutgers-Newark Scarlet Raiders women's soccer team. It has been a mixed bag for the Scarlet Raiders as they come into tonight's matchup 1-3 overall. Their last 4 games, a loss to Bard College, a win at SUNY Delhi, a loss at Eastern University, the Pratt Institute game postponed, and a tough heartbreaker at FDU Florham on Wednesday night. That was a 3-2 final. But we are excited. It's a gorgeous night here in Newark, New Jersey, and head coach Nick Gagliardi, with his 3rd season underway, says this is the best team and the most cohesive team he has had since he's gotten here. Of course, you cannot replace the likes of a Leila Ediebi, the Moroccan national team member, and one of the best to do it in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. But one of the most dynamic players with the most amount of upside in this very freshman-heavy team is number 32 for Rutgers, Avril Sibaha, 5'2", out of Mansfield Township, New Jersey. And Bridgewater Raritan High School, Nate said she could be one of the best players that we will ever have here. Only time will tell. And number 23, Avril Sibaha, so far this season. Sibaha with 1 goal to her credit. The other goal scorers this season for Rutgers Newark, Maria Castillo, number 22, who right now is arguably the best player on this Rutgers Newark team. Bielka Fernandez with a goal. Emily Karlicki, a huge offensive threat. Number 11 for the Scarlet Raiders. We mentioned Avril Sibaha, and that rounds out some of our players to watch for Rutgers Newark. The other starters, Shayna Sackett, one of 10 freshmen on this team, 5'6", goaltender out of Rockaway, New Jersey. She will be splitting the duties tonight with number 0, Alicia Perez, 5'3", freshman out of Watchung. As Nate Gagliardi told me before the game, neither one of these freshmen have really emerged as the go-to starter, and until that happens, it's going to be 50-50 between Alicia and Shayna. The other starters, the sophomore Janiyah Young, 5'3", out of Scotch Plains. Gabrielle Negveski, one of the captains, 5'6", senior defender out of Franklin Township. Eliza Hagigi will not be starting tonight, but it will be Mariana Valencia, one of the captains as well. Nana, as she's known, can you believe it, is already a senior, 5'2", out of Bayonne. Emily Karlicki, number 11, 5'6", sophomore. Bielka Fernandez, number 13, 5'2", junior out of Elizabeth. Samantha Vieira, number 18, another freshman, 5'3", out of Woodbridge. Annabella Valage, a junior, 5'4", out of Garwood. Maria Castillo rounding out the captain, and we are underway. Ruby Hogue, the graduate student, and the freshman phenom, Sibaha, on the pitch, and we are underway. Scarlet Raiders outshot their opponents 60-10 in the opening weekend. It has been not for a lack of effort. Don't let this losing record fool you. They outshot FDU Florham just the other night and still lost that one 3-2. I expect Rutgers to get back to their winning ways here tonight as they take on St. Joe's Brooklyn. Hogue loses the handle, but it's Valencia picking it up, number 10, deep in the corner. The centering attempt is kicked away. St. Joe's of Brooklyn in the navy blue with white numbers. Rutgers in the home white with red. Ball's now at midfield as Rutgers continues the pressure here in the opening minutes of this one. And that offering nearly connecting with Samantha Vieira, but it will be the goaltender, Lindsay Dominguez, for the Brooklyn Bears. 5'4", sophomore out of Bellerose, New York, and LaGuardia High School of Performing Arts in New York City. In the center of the pitch, it's Sibaha. She loses the handle, collected by Aguirre. but it's turned right back over. Valencia with space. She shoots, she scores! Mariana Valencia, the senior out of Bayonne, New Jersey, and Nana gets it done here in the first 2 minutes. Rutgers on top, 1-0. And you talk about getting shot out of a cannon. The Scarlet Raiders are here and have made a statement. Let's run through the other starters for the Bears of St. Joe's, Brooklyn. Nikki Gretsch, the sophomore, number 2 out of Northville, Michigan, the sophomore. Casey Hobbs, number 4, 5-foot senior out of Surprise, Arizona. But it's Rutgers coming right back now. And deep in the far corner, it's Karlicki, always dangerous. Valencia again, a little dipsy doodle. And excellent pressure as Rutgers continues to press. It's Castillo who now gives to Sabaha. Look at that move by Sabaha. She wraps around 4 different players. The shot diving to their left is Dominguez. And there we get our first real home cooking look at Avril Sabaha. Wow, she's got skill. Another shot on goal by Valencia, and Dominguez makes the save. Lindsay Dominguez has been a very busy keeper here in the first 5. But wow, Avril Sabaha gave us a good dose of what she is capable of. Nate Gagliardi saying she could be one of the best ever, and only a freshman. Casey Hobbs, we mentioned out of Surprise, Arizona. Raquel Aguirre, number 7, 5'1" freshman out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. Number 9, Kristen Donovan, 5'4" senior out of Maspeth, New York, Long Island. Shout out Archbishop Malloy. Number 11, Jamie Tuba, 5'5" sophomore out of Brooklyn, New York. Number 16, Ashley Pintado, one of our players to watch for the Bears. 5'5" senior out of Jackson Heights, New York, and Christ the King. Jill Finelli, number 19, 5-foot junior out of Brooklyn, New York, and Utrecht. Number 20, Mercedes Betez, junior out of San Antonio, Texas. Go big or go home. And finally, it's number 24, Bree Davidson, 5'3", sophomore defender out of Clarendon, Jamaica. Head coach in his first season is Tamam Chalak. He said, "We are thrilled to be here. Beautiful facilities." He is trying to make his mark early. Handed the reins by St. Joe's, Brooklyn. St. Joe's, Brooklyn, playing in a very, very loaded Skyline Conference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 women's soccer teams. Shot from way out goes off the crossbar. Wow, that was number 32, Sabaha again. This kid is unstoppable. Making her mark early here at Frederick Douglass Field. But it was that gorgeous goal from Mariana Nana Valencia to put Rutgers up 1-0. And for Valencia, that was her first goal of the season, I might add. A little late at that. Of course, Mariana, one of trifecta of Valencia sisters to come through this program. Nana's sister on the current roster as well. That's Viviana, the senior out of Bayonne and County Prep. Going wide, it's Valencia. Centering attempt, nobody home. And Dominguez is there once again to make another save. Dominguez being plastered with shots here in the first 5 minutes. We've only played 4:45. And I got to tell you, it feels like a lifetime, the amount of offense that's been created by Rutgers Newark. And that's a long ball that connects on the far side. That's Vielka Fernandez, and she's going to be called for an offside. Catch your breath, buckle your seatbelts, Scarlet Raiders fans. And a pretty good crowd here on a Saturday night here in Newark, New Jersey. A lot of college football on tap today. Georgia, Tennessee, some of the big premier matchups today. And here's Valencia again through the middle. Valencia shoots, she scores! Mariana Valencia, a house on fire. And Nana has her second goal of the game and second of the season. And it's 2-0 Rutgers. Wow. Unbelievable start here for Nate Gagliardi in his third season and his Scarlet Raiders. We haven't even talked about the injury bug that's been plaguing Rutgers Newark since preseason and since camp open. More on that later. Well, it's number 23, Kalia Cottrell, who's been battling ankle injuries. Another freshman who may get a little taste of game action tonight. The defender out of Somerset, New Jersey, and Franklin High School, a big addition to this freshman class for Nate Gagliardi. Gagliardi was pumped before the game. I think it rubbed off on me. Maybe it was that chicken wrap that Jalen recommended at the new smoothie shop over on Halsey. Another injury update for you for Rutgers Newark. Number 12, Janelle Atta, the senior, has battled back from shoulder surgery. The 5'4" senior midfielder out of Bayonne, New Jersey, is looking to start to slowly work her way back into the lineup, and what a boost that would be for these Scarlet Raiders. Janelle Atta. As Nate told me before the game, a very freshman, sophomore heavy team, which brings a lot of life, a lot of vitality, and a lot of hope. I swear, it's like this field is tipped in the Rutgers direction. Not only that, Rutgers Newark, maybe no one might think anything of this, but they no longer sit on the bench on the far side of the pitch. They are now calling home which has been the visitors' bench for both the men and women. And I asked Nate why. He said, listen, the old administration is in the past. This is a new season. 2025 is here. Valencia! And had that kicked away. So I kind of like the move, symbolic more than anything. But Valencia, again, has been just a stalwart there, camped right in front of that goal. Castillo gives chase. She finds Janiyah Young, a Young with an assist in that FDU Florham loss. Janiyah Young, we mentioned already, a sophomore. So much speed for number 2 in white. She is a thrill to watch. Hasn't even really gotten warmed up quite yet as the play continues away from Young on the far side. Back towards the middle of the pitch. It's Castillo now. Here's Janiyah. Let's see what Janiyah does here. Oh, look at that beautiful touch to Valencia, who runs out of real estate, centering pass, no one home. But Janiyah Young with a gorgeous little pass to Valencia. Janiyah Young rocking the red headband tonight. Oh, the header! What a save by Dominguez! Vielka, check one. Vielka, check one. Check one. There we go. Vielka Hernandez with a header. Over the header, Dominguez, and in! Unbelievable highlight reel, long ball, and Rutgers goes up 3-0. What a heads-up play by Vielka Fernandez. She saw Dominguez out of her net and said, I'm going to pop it up to the sky. Cross my fingers and let it fly. Fernandez makes it 3-0. And we've played barely 12 minutes. Don't blink or you're going to miss another one. Vielka with her second of the season. Ruby Hogue on the far side. Now Castillo with space to the near side. And with the head of steam, Janiyah Young, it gives it up to Vieira. Vieira beats number 11, Tuba. Pulls up towards the center of the pitch. It's Castillo. Excellent passing here by Rutgers. Castillo inside the box to Valencia. Back outside that Vieira. Vieira with the centering attempt, and the header goes wide. And a collision in the goal mouth between Dominguez and the freshman Sabaha. Let's take a look right now at the standings in the Skyline Conference, which St. Joe's of Brooklyn participates in. Old Westbury, Farmingdale, and Manhattanville occupy the top three spots, along with Merchant Marine, Mount St. Mary, St. Joe's, Long Island, followed by Maritime, Mount St. Vincent, Sarah Lawrence, St. Joe's Brooklyn on the field tonight. Purchase and Yeshiva at 0-6, rounding out the conference. I'm surprised we have not seen one substitution yet, Alex. And if we look at the roster tonight, Coach Tamam Shalak, 1, 2, 3, 4, he has 5 bench players compared to 17 bench players for Rutgers Newark. Valencia deep, centering attempt. Excellent defense this time by the Bears. That's number 4, Casey Hobbs out of Valley Vista High School, shutting it down defensively for the Bears. Ruby Hogue from just outside the box. The turnaround laser is just off frame, and Dominguez is there. Once again, Rutgers continuing to heave on the pressure as we approach the 30-minute mark. Nearly 15 minutes played. 45-minute running halves. John Heffernan with the call as we have our first substitutions of the game. Hagigi checks in along with Viviana Valencia, the sister of Mariana with 2 goals here tonight. Eliza Higigi out of Cedar Grove, New Jersey, Mount St. Dominic Academy. Under 30 to go in this first half. It's been all Rutgers if you're just joining us. Scarlet Raiders have been away for 2 weeks. Finally, a little home cooking after a suspended game due to weather. And Dominguez is there. The game against Pratt called for weather, which was originally slated as the home opener. And Valencia, coming oh so close to a hat trick in the first 16 minutes. You got to be kidding me. Mariana is just doing as she pleases. They got to get a body on number 10 if you're the Bears. Again, another turnover. Valencia centers. And Dominguez, this kid has been spectacular. The Bellarose, New York, LaGuardia High School alum has been phenomenal in the yellow. And she kicks it out to Gabriela Cinque. Did Cinque get the start tonight? I don't have her as a starter. She did. Oh, okay. Valencia in alone! And it's offside. Oh, somehow Cinque slipped through the cracks. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's the 11th, right, Alex? Okay. Alex, how the Yanks doing up in Boston? It's okay. You don't owe me anything. What's the score? Oh, 4-2 Yanks. Top of the 7th. Oh, long ball. What a beautiful pass. Centering attempt is knocked away. Viviana and Dominguez is there. Couple of big fights tonight, boys. Canelo Alvarez taking on Terrence Crawford. Crawford coming up in weight for that fight tonight on Netflix. Should get underway, the main event, at about 9 p.m. Valencia! There it is! No. Yes? Hat trick for Valencia. I thought the official might have called it off. Mariana Valencia with her 3rd goal of the game, and it's 4-0. Wow, that's got to be a record for Mariana. 3 goals. Not a natural hat trick, as we did have another goal scorer for Rutgers, and that was Vielka Fernandez. But the hat trick either way for Valencia in the 19th minute. Unbelievable. Valencia, you talk about earning her keep, giving the fans their money's worth. Say it whatever way you want. But Valencia, an absolute goal bonanza. And Valencia now, who had not scored this year, is now leading the team with 3 goals on the season. Ruby Hogan in the box, headed away nicely. Here we go. All right, Bears. Alex, who came in for Rutgers? Number 6 and number 8. Solarte and Vera on the pitch now for Rutgers. And Vera can't catch up to that offering. So it'll be a goal kick for St. Joe's of Brooklyn. St. Joe's of Brooklyn has only played one game this season, folks, and that was a loss to John Jay, 3-0, back on September 8th. Shout out Jalen for providing amazing stats here. So, as of right now, the only goal scorer, no goals have been scored by St. Joe's Brooklyn this year. Well, they've only played one game, the shutout against John Jay. John Jay, of course, part of the Kodiak Conference in New York City, located on Manhattan's Upper West Side. Great criminal justice school, strong athletics. Now on the far side, it's Karlicki. Karlicki's dangerous. She unleashes a left-footed bomb from just the top of the box, and diving to her left again is Dominguez. How many saves has that woman made, Alex? We're going to check that out right now. Booting it away is Dominguez. As Hagigi gives to Hogue. Hogue with the left boot, long into the box. Unable to catch up. 6 saves for Lindsay Dominguez. Shots on goal, that is. There's been a lot more towards Dominguez overall. You know, Nate Gagliardi, man, I got to tell you, I see a new and inspired Nate Gagliardi. I love the switching up the benches. He said, we've been away from 2 weeks. It's so nice to be here tonight. He could feel his authenticity and excitement. The long ball. Dominguez comes out and makes the save. Giving chase there was Kimmy Vieira. But Kimberly out of Jose Marti STEM Academy. And that's going to go out of bounds. We mentioned Vieira, one of our players to watch. The captains this year, Gabby Negveski, Maria Castillo, and Mariana Valencia. Another player who's had some injury issues for Rutgers Newark, Brian Fanning would be upset with me for getting into details of any injury, but the only reason I mention it is just because the Scarlet Raiders have been banged up, but also looking to make an impact on this team and slowly work her way up in the minutes department is number 21, Julie Nunez. Of course, her identical twin sister, Dana. Both juniors. Dana 3 inches taller at 5'3". Julie 5-footer. Both defenders out of Elizabeth. But it's Julie who's been dealing with a quad issue. It's had limited availability. That may change tonight. Have we seen Julie Nunez yet, Alex? I don't think so. Not yet. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that for you, folks.
12 for 24.
And then we have yet another substitution as coming out of the pitch right now. There she is, Janelle Atta. What a story. That's got to feel great for Janelle after major shoulder surgery. I gotta give it up. I gotta give it up for Janelle Atta. I mean, talk about comeback story. Comeback player of the year so far, in my opinion. Great job by Janelle. She's worked so hard to be out there right now. You know, Nate Gagliardi also talked about the quality leadership on the team this year. He said, we've got more of a total team this year since I've been here at Rutgers Newark. I said, Coach, I mean, do they have any flaws? I mean, you are 1-3. He didn't like that very much. But he told me, John, with young teams, young teams make mistakes, and we've made plenty of them this season. We've identified them, and we're working on them. Critical, young, inexperienced mistakes. Getting caught out of position, giving up the long ball, playing from behind. All things that Nate has continued to preach and work on with this freshman, sophomore heavy team. The centering attempt in front. Dominguez gets a piece, but not all of it. The follow. Shot. It's loose in front. Still loose. Shot. Score! Eliza Hugigi, the sophomore out of Cedar Grove, makes it 5-0. And for Hugigi, that's her first goal of the season. A virtual shooting gallery tonight at Frederick Douglass Field. And folks, there's still 18 and change remaining in this first half, and it's 5-0. Records could fall here tonight at Frederick Douglass Field. Alex, what's up with that VIP section across the way? Are those $2,500 box seats I see to our left? Oh, all the VIPs are out tonight. Mark Griffin. Leonard Hughley. Mary Stadelman. Taking it all in. A gorgeous night here in Newark, I might add. Tomorrow we got a little Jets-Giants action in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. Both the teams, well, what can you say? More of the same from the Jets and the Giants, and that's not a lot of winning, at least here as we approach week 2. Giants have the Cowboys at home. That ought to be interesting. Oh, good interception there. Excellent anticipation by Vera. As she gives to Higigi, who just put one past the keeper. Higigi centers. The ball's loose. And a whistle. I think that's going to go against the Bears. It looks like we're setting up for a penalty kick. You got to be kidding me. Kimberly Vera, the junior out of Belleville. It's Vera versus Dominguez. And now they're switching it up. Janelle Atta going to take the shot. No hesitation. Atta buries it into the right corner. And it's 7-0. Extra point is good. 6-0. Off the penalty kick, I've already lost count. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is getting a little out of hand. So Atta, after the long road to recovery, Janelle Atta with her first goal of the season. You know what's interesting? Atta is not even on the stat sheet due to this injury. God bless her. Atta. So Janelle Atta, that's got to be a thrill for the comeback kid. Janelle Atta, 6-0, Rutgers. A hat trick from Valencia. Vielka Fernandez with the goal. Higigi with the goal, and now Atza on the PK makes it 6-0. And now we've got how many new players? 5?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
20 for 6.
So with the 6-0 lead, Nate Gagliardi
21 for 9.
Yep.
29 for
is
16.
opening up the gates
7 for 3.
for his deep roster. Let me jot down those numbers, Alex.
20 came in.
20,
23.
23,
21.
21,
29.
29.
27.
Okay, so let's read those out to you, folks. Anyone watching at home may want to hear their loved ones' names, including Dana Nunez, 5'3", number 20. Number 23, Kalia Cottrell, the freshman who's had the ankle problems. We've got a Kalia Cottrell sighting, the freshman out of Somerset, on the pitch. Excellent work. Coming back. Couple of comeback stories tonight, including number 23, Kalia Cottrell. Excellent job, Kalia. Number 21, Julie Nunez, onto the pitch. Number 29, Bianca Rivera, 5'2", freshman out of Aberdeen and Matawan Regional High School. And number 27, Zeta Murphy, another freshman, 5'3", out of Clifton High School. These girls all making their collegiate home debuts here at Frederick Douglass Field. Something hopefully they'll always remember. And it's number 21 now, Nunez. Excellent passing here by the Nunez clan. We got Dana and Julie. That's got to be so cool to be playing side by side with your twin sister. Also, something they've been accustomed to doing most of their lives, but so cool to be doing it. Wearing the same jersey, the same college, and the same game. Also the Valencia sisters
25%.
for Rutgers Newark. Family affair for the Scarlet Raiders. Good technical play here by Rutgers. Broken up by the defense for St. Joe's Brooklyn. Giving chase, that was Raquel Aguirre, number 7. And Nunez now with room. Gives to Alario. That's Sophie Alario out of Milford, Pennsylvania. Also on the pitch for Rutgers. Sophomore out of Delaware Valley High School. And the throw in by St. Joe's. And losing the handle there was Casey Hobbs. So it will be a throw-in for Rutgers. 3 more substitutions. Number 5 into the ball game now. Samantha Mullen, 5'2" sophomore out of Bethlehem, PA. Number 15, Kaylee Tucker, the 5'8" sophomore midfielder out of Jersey City. And number 25, Genesis Sorengo, 5'1" sophomore midfielder out of Newark, New Jersey. Sorengo. Tucker now towards the far side. That pass was knocked away and out of bounds by the Bears. It'll be a throw-in for Rutgers. Sun's starting to set. The lights are on. Lights, camera, action. All Rutgers. One-take wonders here tonight at Frederick Douglass Field. And the throw-in connects with number 21, Nunez. Have the Bears registered a shot on goal tonight, Alex?
No, sir.
Oh, my gosh. Poor Bears.
Ball boy.
And the long ball in front. It's still knocking around the box. Left boot shot by number 5, Mullen. And that's right on goal. Dominguez is there to make the save. Tamam Shalak in his first season is assisted by Mia Calamari, Simone Sweezy, and both in their first season as assistants. And for Rutgers Newark, assistant coaches Anna Silveira, Aris Alpian, Joey D'Arcangelo, and the graduate coordinator is Mariana Ferreira. I also, I want to check online here. I think we've got a couple of new additions to the staff for Rutgers Newark as well. Mariana Ferreira, we mentioned grad student Joe D'Arcangelo. Jerry Andrews is the strength and conditioning coach. And Veronica Andrews, strength, conditioning, and nutrition. A little bit about Nate Gagliardi prior to his arrival here at Rutgers Newark. Named the 9th head coach in Rutgers history in 2023. Prior to his arrival at Rutgers Newark, he was with Division II Caldwell University. Gagliardi, 16 seasons as the assistant AD and head women's soccer coach at Caldwell. And went on to win 3 Central Atlantic Collegiate Conference championships. And then after that, Caldwell made their first appearance in the NCAA tournament. Gagliardi was the 2008 Coach of the Year, ECAC Division II Coach of the Year. 3 championships at Caldwell. Coached 2 NCAA Division II All-Americans. Gagliardi was a goalkeeper back in the day for Caldwell, where he set school records in shutouts and goals against. Look at Nate. Wow. Very, very entertaining guy. Seemed very loose tonight. Has sort of a subtle sense of humor. And, works hard. Works very hard. It's done a great job at recruiting this year. Just look by the numbers. We are now at under 7 to go. Got a whole new crop of Scarlet Raiders that have just entered the game and on the team. And you know what? Believe it or not, I hate bringing this up, but it just shows you how competitive this Rutgers Newark team is this year. 6 cuts were made this season. Shows you the volume of players that came out. You can't keep them all. But you know what? As they say, Michael Jordan was cut from his high school team at one point in time. So anyone that falls into that category, you got to keep working. It sounds corny, but keep working. On the pitch now, too, it's Bianca Rivera, 5'2" freshman out of Aberdeen, New Jersey. Zeta Murphy, we mentioned. I like the play from number 4, Casey Hobbs, tonight. She's been steady for the Bears. Midfielder out of Arizona. Very involved tonight. Aggressive player. And there she is again. That's Hobbs. Look at Hobbs! Great move by Casey Hobbs. It's turned over again. And here comes Rutgers and Nunez. Sister-to-sister action in the corner. It'll be a throw-in Bears. Rutgers keeps on the pressure. Again, out of bounds. Another throw-in for St. Joe's. We're under 5 minutes to go. The final 5 of this first half. Kaylee Tucker back towards midfield, collected by Cottrell. Cottrell back to Tucker. Tucker with space. That pass just out of range. The ball's knocking around the top of the box. Rutgers stalking. It's finally cleared away, but it's number 17, Nana Patty. Nana Patty emerges with the ball from the far side. Shot by Nunez and a gorgeous save by Lindsay Dominguez. Dominguez has made some acrobatic highlight reel saves for the St. Joe's Brooklyn Bears. St. Joseph's University. And it's going to be a corner kick now with under 4 to go. 6-0 if you're just joining us. Rutgers with the lead. Not much happening on that corner. Uh-oh. The pressure paying off. That's number 4, Angie Vega, in the far side for Rutgers. Throw in Scarlet Raiders. And we got a whistle. We'll go back the other way as we approach the 3-minute mark. All Rutgers so far here tonight, folks. A hat trick from Mariana Valencia. A goal by Fernandez. Janelle Atta with her first of the season. Hagigi on the PK. No, Atta on the PK. Hagigi with a goal as well. Good move there by Vega. Vega strong on her feet. The lead pass to Mullen. Mullen couldn't catch up to it. Mullen out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania in Freedom High School. Number 5 for Rutgers Newark. Mullen, we mentioned a sophomore. So many new faces on this Scarlet Raiders team. Hard to say who is who. You talk about a new look Scarlet Raiders. One and 3 on the season. It'll be another set piece, a corner for Rutgers. The shot, a corner kick, I should say, is kicked back outside the box. That's going to set up another corner. That's a good job defensively by Raquel Aguirre. I believe that's number 7. No, there's Raquel right there up top. A solid individual effort by Tucker. But the pass does not connect with Nunez. Under a minute to go. It's been all Scarlet Raiders. Dominguez boots it away. Gives to Nunez. Nunez to Sister. Rivera looks for the give and go. Nunez finally gets it back to Rivera. Rivera has it stolen away. Excellent work once again by Casey Hobbs. This kid's been a stalwart for the Bears tonight. And Dominguez has to step up and collect it. Wow, a wild 45 minutes, 6 goals. It's 6-0 at the end of 45. We just mentioned it, but I'll say it one more time. The hat trick by Mariana Valencia. Vielka Fernandez with her second. 3 goals, the first 3 of the season for Mariana. Janelle Atta on the penalty kick. Eliza Higigi with a goal. And it is 6-0 Rutgers Newark. An unbelievable home opener for the Scarlet Raiders. Nate Gagliardi went deep into his bench, and I think nearly every player has gotten into the game. As far, well, maybe not every player, but it's close. For first-year head coach Tamam Shalak, as he mentioned before, we are happy to be here. We'll do our best, but we know we're up against it. Shalak will talk things over with his players, as will Nate Gagliardi, folks. And look at the purple duo. The goalkeepers for Rutgers Newark. Both of them splitting time this season. We're talking about Alicia Perez and Shayna Sackett. Shayna Sackett, folks, I might add, did not face one shot on goal. I think she could have brought a lawn chair out there, and I don't mean that to be disrespectful, but it is important to mention because, you got to kind of keep loose, and not a lot of activity for Shayna Sackett. So we will see a change in goal for the second half as Alicia Perez will get the nod for the final 45. Hey, folks, don't go anywhere. More coverage of Rutgers Newark's home opener 2025. Nate Gagliardi and co. have hit the ground running. It's the new look Scarlet Raiders, and we'll be back with second half action in approximately 13 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Back after this. Check one. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. And folks, we are back here live at Frederick Douglass Field. If you're just joining us, welcome to our live coverage of the home opener for the 2025 Rutgers Newark women's soccer team. It's been all Scarlet Raiders in that first 45, and we are underway. It's the Bears of St. Joe's, Brooklyn, who have been struggling to keep up with this high-powered offense from Rutgers Newark, backed by the hat trick from Mariana Valencia in that first half. And the other goal scorers for Rutgers Newark, Vielka Fernandez with her second of the year, Eliza Higigi with the goal, and the penalty kick goal from Janelle Atta. And we had a very special guest in the building, I should say, not really in the building, but here at the pitch. And a big warm shout out to Layla Eliebi, who we spoke about during our first moments of the broadcast, and obviously a void that will never be replaced here at Rutgers Newark. She left quite a legacy during her career, represented this program with class, integrity, and talent. And it was just tremendous to see. And that shot sneaks through and just misses from long range. And do we have a goalie change for the Bears? Well, yeah, we do have a new goalie for Rutgers, and that's Alicia Perez. Who do we have for the Bears? Number 1. I don't have a number 1 on the roster. Well, Dominguez was the goalkeeper in the first half for the Bears. We'll try to work on. Interesting. Well, we'll have to find that out for you. The Bears goalie in green and in all alone here. The shot is saved as Rutgers continues to keep up the pressure. But back to Layla Eliebi. Just terrific. She looks well and is thinking about grad school, she was telling me, in Montclair. And I understand that Layla's mom may be listening from home or wherever she may be. So a big warm Rutgers shout out to Isabel LaFren, Layla's mom. And Isabel LaFren, I can't say enough about your daughter and what a terrific human being she is and was to work with over the last 4 years here at Rutgers Newark, and she will be missed. And great job with your daughter. The rebound, and it's in. Another goal in the first 3.5 minutes of this second half. It's number 7, Viviana Valencia, with her first of the game. Trying to match her sister. So Viviana Valencia is on the board with her first goal of the season. Viviana, the senior, makes it 7-0. And this offensive output with the 7 goals here tonight, more than the Giants scored all game long last weekend against the Commanders. But back to Isabel LaFren. We're going to miss your daughter. Great job on a tremendous human being that you did such a good job raising. And we wish Layla Eliebi and her mom, Isabel, all good things in the future. So 7-0 to score. And also want to just lastly say we hope Layla won't be a stranger. Would love to see Layla get involved in I don't know, coaching or helping out the team when she can. How great would that be? So much to offer as far as knowledge and ability, and international component to her game as well. I know Isabel was instrumental in getting Layla to play overseas. We mentioned the Moroccan national team, among other endeavors that Layla was able to juggle during her time here at Rutgers Newark. Layla's such a dynamic player and made some sacrifices her senior year, trying to spread the love around a little bit. It was a team that relied heavily on the offensive output of Layla Ediebi, and she delivered time and time and time again, leading this team in scoring. And goals have come fast and furious here tonight at Frederick Douglass Field in the 2025 home opener for Rutgers Newark. But that's what this is all about, to see a player of Layla's caliber come back and say hello to everybody, and just another reminder of the bonds that are formed, the friendships that are formed, and sometimes for life. The ball is now deep in the corner. It will be a throw-in, and the ball is loose in front. So 7-0 to score. As darkness is upon us, the sun is set on this September Saturday night here in Newark, New Jersey. A little chill in the air tonight, although it did get up to around 80 degrees today in Newark. We had a volleyball tri-match today that started at 11 o'clock this morning, and another save made by the goalkeeper for the Bears. We're still working on who that is, as Dominguez came out of the game. How did you get that? Jamie Kuba? Oh, Tuba is playing goal. Wow. Because Tuba is a midfielder, but apparently is now playing goal for the Bears, giving Dominguez a much-needed rest. Dominguez made some spectacular saves in that first half. Alex, what are the shots now? 18-0 in favor of Rutgers Newark. Are those overall shots? Shots on goal or overall? Overall. 18 for Rutgers. And the Bears have yet to register a shot on goal in this one. A nice move there from long range, just outside the frame. That was number 15, Kaylee Tucker. Tucker out of Eastside High School. And we've got a bunch of substitutions. So checking in for Rutgers, Samantha Mullen, the 5'2 sophomore out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And number 6, Kimberly Vera, 5'3 junior midfielder out of Belleville, New Jersey. And number 33, Nena Patti, the 5'5 freshman midfielder out of John P. Stevens High School. And I think one thing Nate Gagliardi is well aware of is you don't want to completely deflate the spirit of this visiting team in the St. Joe's Brooklyn Bears. So I know he's going to use this second half as an opportunity to see as many players as he can on this very deep roster in 2025 for Rutgers Newark, as evidenced by the last 3 substitutions that just came onto the pitch for Rutgers Newark. That's always an interesting topic, and one that's often discussed is, you see it in football sometimes if a team runs up the score, and just not the way we do things here at Rutgers Newark. And the shot from the top of the box, and it's Jamie Tuba. We do have confirmation on that, right? Wow, Jamie Tuba. In goal for the Bears. And again, not to sound corny, but so many different sportsmanship angles. We saw it at the U.S. Open in Flushing, Queens, with some post-game dramatics at the handshake at the net on both the women's and men's side, and players' feelings getting hurt. Unwritten rules being broken. You see it with bat flips in Major League Baseball, and I guess there are traditions, though, that some of these players will incorporate amongst themselves, the so-called unwritten rules. Always got to keep a premium on sportsmanship, and it's tough because emotions get high. It's a physical game out there, playing at a high speed. These players letting it all hang out on the pitch. I remember when I first started working for the New York Rangers at Madison Square Garden. This is one of my first years there. I remember it was called like the 10-minute rule, which I think is sort of league wide, but 10 or 15 minutes, no one's allowed in the dressing room, albeit whoever, reporters, to ask the perfunctory post-game questions, win or lose. Really done for what's better known as a cooling down period. If you've got a spirited game and a tough loss, players are more apt to maybe lash out a little bit, and management for teams likes to keep that to a minimum just to protect the guys and the gals. But after the tough start to this season, where Rutgers has outshot their opponent in every game they've played, the tide turning finally in Rutgers' favor in this one. Also, not to dwell too much on the sportsmanship angle, but trash talk, that's another big topic we see in different sports. And to be honest, it's one of the elements to NJAC competition that is interesting, because once conference play starts, we got another 2 substitutions, 25 onto the pitch. Genesis Serengo. Who do we have, Alex? 25 and 4, and number 4, Angie Vega, the freshman out of Keyport, New Jersey. Conference play, man, it gets physical out there, and it really makes for entertaining soccer for sure. I have to remember it's a game at the end of the day. And both coaches, personnel, players, administration work hard to get this product on the field. And that shot was blocked in front and cleared. Stepping up for Rutgers Newark, that was Zeta Murphy. Look at Zeta Murphy go! Murphy gives to Solarte. The ball's loose in front. Is that number 8, Alex, Ashley Solarte, the junior? Yes, it is. 5-2 out of Elizabeth in the center of the pitch for Rutgers. Pass towards the top of the box is cleared away. And that one's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for St. Joe's University. And looking ahead for Rutgers Newark, as we have played just about 15 minutes in this second half. We mentioned the loss to Bard, a win at SUNY Delhi, a loss to Eastern. The Pratt game was postponed, lost to FDU Florham. And barring some crazy turnaround, with a win here tonight, Newark will improve to 2-3 overall. And their next game will be on Monday, right back here at Frederick Douglass Field versus Sarah Lawrence College. Sarah Lawrence, I believe, was on the schedule for St. Joe's. Not sure when, but let's see. St. Joe's lost to John Jay. I thought they were playing Sarah Lawrence. Oh, no, Mount St. Vincent. Oh, no, they do have Sarah Lawrence on October 4th. Of course, it's a conference matchup. Come on, Sean. When does conference play start for Rutgers? That's another question we need answered. So the first conference game for the Scarlet Raiders will be against Rowan on Saturday, September 27th at home. And speaking of which, let's take a quick look as that shot is saved. Good save by Tuba. So we're taking a look at the New Jersey Athletic Conference. As Rutgers just continues to keep up the pressure. Ramapo at 3-0-1 in first. Rowan at 4-1 in second. Montclair State 2-0-2. Kane 3-1-1. Jersey City 4-2. Willie P 3-2. Stockton 3-2-2. College of New Jersey 2-2-1. Camden 0-2-3. And Rutgers will jump. Centering shot! Score! The centering attempt is knocked in by a streaking number 6, Kimberly Vera. And it's now 8-0. So for Vera, it's her first goal of the season. And the assist will go to number 23, Kelia Cottrell, the freshman. And Mullen with the centering attempt, and that's gobbled up by Tuba. And I want to remind you, we'll have our post-game interview with our player of the game. We've had Valencia up here before. She, of course, with the hat trick tonight. Excellent idea. I think from a human interest point of view, Alex Salgado makes a great point. Janelle Atta, after that shoulder surgery, coming all the way back to get a goal tonight. That's kind of the feel-good story of the night. As number 29 and number 17 check in, Bianca Rivera and Nena Patti, who's already been on the pitch tonight. Rivera, another freshman, 5'2", out of Aberdeen, New Jersey, and Matawan Regional High School. And that one's nearly knocked in. And a long-range bomb towards the goal headed out by Brooklyn, St. Joe's Brooklyn. Alex, I like that call. Excellent call. And that's going to set up a corner kick. Alex, can you see who's taking that? it's going to be number 11, Karlicki, with the corner. Thank you. With the left boot. Tried to bend it in front, but it goes to the side of the goal, and it will be a goal kick for the Bears. Looking ahead for the St. Joe's Brooklyn Bears after tonight. They don't play again. Oh, no, not too much of a turnaround. Tuesday, September 16th at Pratt in Brooklyn. And opening kick scheduled for 7 p.m. And then it'll be the big rivalry against St. Joe's Long Island. Aviator Field. Wow. What a complex that is. That's way out in Brooklyn. So St. Joe's Long Island at St. Joe's Brooklyn on September 20th. Yankees, we've got a final. 5-3. Alex, they have to be close to Toronto, right, at this point, as far as games back? Maybe 3 games back? But ahead of Boston, as the Yankees have now taken 2 up at Fenway Park. A win last night and a win this afternoon. But we've seen a lot of this from the Yankees this year. Streaky team, both in record and in offense. You know, if the Yankees aren't hitting the long ball, they ain't winning. At least that's the knock. What a pass inside the box! But it looks almost like it was pulled out by number 5, Mullen. Mullen had a strong look at the goal. It almost looked like she put on the brakes and pulled it out. I guess with the score 8-0, maybe, you can't ask your players not to play their very best. I mean, let's be honest. If you're out of the pitch, you want to, you get hurt if you pull up. So, you've got to, despite the score, whoever's out on the field, and Nate Gagliardi's done a great job of getting all his players into the game, but I at least know for myself, if I'm out there, I'm going to be trying my hardest. A long-range shot is partially deflected in front, and that's going to go out of bounds. But not an exact science when it's 8-0. We've had a ton of goals scored here tonight. Now the ball out of the far side. A long ball inside the box. It's bouncing around. And finally, the Bears punch it out as it heads towards midfield. And collecting that pass for Rutgers is Castillo. Unleashing it is Patti. Patti collects. Look at Patti with a nice individual effort. So St. Joe's certainly overmatched here tonight, but there's always learning to be done. And it's, of course, those all-important Skyline Conference matchups that matter. Number 2, that's Nikki Gretsch, 5'8", out of Northville. She's been a presence out there for the Bears tonight. Stepping up past midfield for Rutgers. That was number 16, Jalen Evans, out of Sayreville. Oh, Jalen. I had a nice chat with Jalen before the game. The freshman said she has been made to feel so welcome here. Everyone's like family. It was Nate Gagliardi that said, hey, go talk to Jalen. I said I wanted to talk to one player before the match. And Jalen came over, and she was just very confident, well-spoken, and so happy to be here. She said it's been so great, the transition from high school in Sayreville to playing collegiately here at Rutgers Newark, and that pass gets through, and a couple of players hit the pitch. That was so close to being goal number 9 for Rutgers. We heard a whistle, and that's going to be a goal kick for the Bears. So under 20 minutes to go in this one. It's been all Rutgers Newark. The new look Scarlet Raiders inching closer to the 500 mark with a win here tonight. They'll be 2-3 overall. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, as Alicia Perez actually touched the ball. And Perez getting the start here in the second half. I almost forgot she was playing. There you go. Little 1v1. Oh, what a move! Still on her feet. Do we have a number 3 for the Bears? Not on my roster. Who was that?
Say number 3. That's the goalkeeper.
That's the goalkeeper.
Lindsay Dominguez.
Oh, the goalkeeper Dominguez is now playing forward?
Actually good.
And Dominguez is gassed. How do we know that's her?
Yeah, it's number 12.
Oh, so Dominguez, look at this. I don't blame her for slumping over. She had one heck of a first half, made some phenomenal saves. I mean, Dominguez really stood out for Rutgers. I mean, for St. Joe's, despite the lopsided score. Dominguez, some acrobatic goals, diving to her right and left.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's LaGuardia High School of Performing Arts. I think I said that earlier. I assumed it was. It just says LaGuardia here on the roster for Dominguez. And Rutgers just kind of running roughshod over this St. Joe's defense. Seemingly can kind of do anything out there. So that's right. Good catch, guys. Dominguez wearing number 3 was the goalkeeper. Oh, a shot and a score! Sneaking up from behind for Rutgers. It was number 6, Kimberly Vera, to make it 9-0. And for Vera, it's her second of the game. My, oh my.
Scarlet Raider goal by number 6. Vera.
So Vera with her second of the game. Alex, what's up with this new technology with the headset?
So, downstairs, Evan is telling me the subs that are coming in.
And he has one of those too? That is awesome. That is great. I guess we struggled with that last year. And now you've got the substitutions coming right into your ear. I love it. You look like an offensive coordinator, Alex. Ball's now on the far side. That's Batti up ahead. So 9 goals for Rutgers Newark. Can they reach the double-digit mark with 15:40 to go? Nice pass as Cottrell with space. 1v1. Excellent play. Cottrell and Pazzi with strength. Potsy now with room. Potsy all the time. And you got to think Rutgers has got to be exhausted because they have just literally, I don't know what the time of possession is, but it's literally been very much all Rutgers as far as time of possession. And they have not stopped working since the opening kick. And a shot from long range. That was number 12 for the Scarlet Raiders. Janelle Atta. Alex, did you hear the Kansas City Chiefs PA announcer decided to resign days before the home opener? Controversy in Kansas City. He happens to also be the host of a successful sports radio talk show. But apparently, the Chiefs have a hard-charging staff who was telling them to make all these changes, kind of like Janelle Event. That was just a little joke, Jalen. The Chiefs pulled their PA announcer. He had to resign after 16 years on the job. Okay, apparently that story didn't resonate too well with anybody. Let's move on to Kaylee Tucker coming back out on the pitch. Apparently, the Kansas City Chiefs staff wanted their PA announcer on third down to make some changes to get the crowd excited. And it's been my experience as a PA announcer that just doesn't surprise me at all. I'm all for being a team player, but I've learned in that position and in the one I'm in now, can never... Oh, what a beautiful pass! Excellent recovery by the defense. Can't make everybody happy. I know that for sure. So... And they're not exactly handing out those PA positions. A colleague of mine, Mark Fratto, is the Washington Commanders PA announcer. A true pro. Also does some work up at Yankee Stadium with NYCFC. Mark Fratto also filled in for the longtime Yankee PA announcer, the guy who replaced Bob Shepard, the longtime legendary voice of the New York Yankees, the voice of God. I believe Paul Olden got the job. I did audition for the Yankee PA job. It was me and a handful of guys, and Paul Olden, a former relationship the team, was the front runner and a terrific human being. Had a wedding or something, and I think Fratto stepped in and did a phenomenal job. Mark's Fratto, a stalwart in the industry. Also, the PA voice of the Washington Wizards. He owns his own production company. I mean, this guy is the busiest guy in sports by far. A big shout out to Mark Fratto. He's helped me quite a bit over the years. We always appreciate Mark and the people he helps and the things he does. So, folks, 11:15 to go in this one. It's 9-0 Rutgers. I think I might be coming down a little bit of a cold, boys. I don't know. A little out of it today. Feeling a little nasally. Thoughts? Okay, good talk. Anywho, getting a little giddy here with 11 minutes to go and a 9-0 score. Let's get back to the game. I'm excited for that Canelo Alvarez fight tonight, though. I know I can't stop talking about it, but... with the rise of MMA, you can count on one hand the amount of boxing matches that have really captured the public's attention. I'd like to think this one has. Got a couple other names in boxing that are still relevant. Tyson Fury, Tank Davis, to name a few. And that shot from outside the box is knocked away. Again, Rutgers controls. Shot by Potty will go far to the left. Potty's done some nice things out there tonight for Rutgers and Newark. Finally, we are under 10 to go. And it has literally been all Rutgers since the opening kick. Mariana Valencia, Nana, as they call her, literally had a hat trick. What was it, within the first 15 minutes, boys? That's got to be a personal best for her. I'm looking forward to Monday night as well, as we will have the broadcast for you live on Raider Vision. And that long-range shot taken by number 29, Bianca Rivera, at Manawan Regional High School. Number 33, wait a second. I have 33 as Nana Patti, and number 17 is Nana Patti. We have two Pattis.
33 is Scarlet Prince.
Skylar Prince. All right. We'll call it the home opener hiccups. Skylar Prince, number 33, on the pitch. Wide open in front. Just a little too much mustard on that pass. We could have been looking at double-digit goals here tonight. Alex, is there a way to find out the high in goals for Rutgers over the last couple of years? No? It's probably hard to look back on that. Or record for game high? No. And look at this effort. Oh, that was a nice cutback there by Bianca Rivera. Gotten a look at Bianca this year for the first time, another freshman. Seven minutes to go, everybody, as Rutgers continues to control the pace of play, control possession, and keep the ball in their end. Alicia Perez is literally talking to people in the stands right now. Oh my gosh. That poor kid has seen no action in goal tonight for Rutgers. But if you're just joining us, an interesting battle between the two freshman goalkeepers, at least in games. They've been splitting the minutes. And Nate said it's been a good way to try to motivate both of these extraordinary goalkeepers, as not one has yet emerged as the number one as of yet. And that's going to trickle out of bounds. But overall, I mean, let's just take a look at the stat sheet real quick. We've got 6 different goal scorers for Rutgers Newark tonight. Certainly got to do good things for the confidence of this very young team for Nate Gagliardi in his third season. And the throw-in for St. Joe's University, Brooklyn. St. Joseph's University, Brooklyn. Is a private Catholic university with campuses in Brooklyn and Long Island. It used to be St. Joseph's College for Women up until 1970. It's a private university established back in 1916, over a century ago. Catholic school, obviously. The current president, Donnie Boomgarden, and the provost is Heather Barry. Close to 5,000 students. Here's an opportunity here. And Tuba with the save. Looking to drop the 10 spot. It was number 8, Solarte, nearly putting one past Tuba. St. Joe's Brooklyn has 13 intercollegiate varsity sports, including baseball, basketball, cross country, soccer, tennis, volleyball. Swimming on the women's side, that's pretty cool. Hey, speaking of swimming, how about that pool at the Golden Dome Athletic Center? What an aquatic center that is. Big pool party the other night. Oh, shot in front! She scores! And the 10 party has begun. Solarte came close, but this time she seals the deal. The junior out of Elizabeth, New Jersey, number 8, Ashley Solarte makes it 10-0. Rutgers, Newark. And for Solarte, that's her first goal of the season.
Scarlet Raider goal by number 8, Ashley Solarte. Scarlet Raider goal by number 8, Ashley Solarte.
And 10-0, Rutgers, Newark. My gosh. Folks, we're going to do a real quick wrap-up show here tonight. Let everybody go home after this long day. Any number of players we could choose. We could have 10 players up here tonight. Another shot from long range. That one goes over top. Remember that show Sailing? Oh, no, what was that song? Sailing by Christopher Cross? Sailing takes me away to where I always thought it to be. That one sailed over the crossbar. Man, I'm getting old with that. Was it Christopher Cross? With that reference. It's a very pretty song, though, I must say. There you go, Christopher Cross. If you haven't listened to it, if you're in a kind of a melancholy mood, put that one on. In front! Shot! Score! Onside! And it's goal number 11.
33.
And it's number 33 for the Scarlet Raiders, Skylar Prince. The 5'5" freshman out of Edison. And for Scarlet Prince, it's the first goal of her collegiate career. One she'll always remember. And that's going to do it, folks. 11-0 is the final. The Scarlet Raiders improve to 2-3 on the season. Back next with our player of the game.
You hear me breathing out here, sorry.
Welcome back. We are live here in the press box at Frederick Douglass Field for our post-game wrap-up show. And now, to my right, let's welcome one of our players of the game, number 12, Janelle Atta. Janelle, what a comeback story for you. So much to talk about. First of all, congrats on a huge win out here tonight, 11-0 against the St. Joe's Brooklyn Bears. A much-needed win. You guys improve your record overall to 2-3 on this season. But Janelle, just personally, you've been through a lot. Shoulder surgery. Tell us a little bit about what it's taken to get back onto the pitch and what that feeling was like tonight.
Yeah, of course. It's definitely been really difficult. I mean, I got hurt in May, and I'm back in the field in September. It's definitely taken a lot of taking me out of my comfort zone a lot. Especially Brian. Brian, the GOAT down there. He's been really helping me. Push myself even when it's hard. My teammates over there. But yeah, I'm really blessed to really be on the field. I really didn't think I was going to be playing my senior year, so to be able to come back and have this amazing team beside me, it really motivated me. So
tell me a little bit about Brian Fanning and the work you guys have done together. I mean, you talk about physical therapy and things like that, but no one really knows what it's like to be down in that basement and putting the work in like you have had to do. How strenuous has it been, and how time-consuming has it been, and where is it now? Yeah,
so I mean, watching my teammates has been really hard, especially my senior season, not being able to play. I literally just got cleared 2 days ago, so Brian's really been pushing me. Started to lift weights, bands, running. I've been like a track star recently, so he's really helped me a lot, throughout this process. So yeah, I'm really grateful.
So, Mariana starts the game with the hat trick, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different goal scorers. What is it? I mean, I understand the Skyline Conference, and it's a non-conference matchup, but what does it say about the different goal scorers, the depth on this team, and what was it like for you to be able to participate in the scoring tonight?
Yeah, so I really didn't expect to score tonight. Obviously, I was just trying to get adjusted, but being able, my coaches trusted me to take the penalty, so I'm really grateful for that. Our team really, we have amazing bench, amazing starters, all around, just amazing players, 30 girls on the team, so it's really great that it was a team effort and not really just one person. So I think we have a really good team connection this season, so I really love it.
Yeah, Nate, your head coach, Nate Gagliardi, said a little bit of the same to me pregame. He said, since he's been here, he says it's really the best sort of team concept he has felt since he's been here, and you articulated the same right now. Interesting to hear that based on the fact that there's so many freshmen, 10, and a freshman-sophomore heavy team, but you guys seem to be complementing each other well. Tell me a little bit about that dynamic and the leadership on this team.
Yeah, I mean, in my grade, we only have me and Maria, the captain, left out of our specific grade that came in. So, I mean, it's been a really large amount of underclassmen. So it's really great that all of us are bonding, and it's not really, a lot of seniors just clicking or sophomores, whatever. We're all really one this year. Everyone talks to everyone. I really love the dynamic this year.
Yeah, and the energy seems up. You guys seem kind of loose, too. I mean, certainly look so technical today. You moved the ball around beautifully, kept the pressure up. But that kind of family-like thing, one of the freshmen I spoke to before the game, and her name escapes me, but she was just talking about that family atmosphere a little bit. I'll find her in a second.
Maybe Jalen?
Jalen, yeah, just a really cute, nice kid, and so she's really been made to feel very welcome. Is that something you and some of the elder statesmen on the team try to incorporate?
Yeah, I definitely feel like as a freshman, it's very intimidating coming in. So we really wanted to make everyone feel comfortable and not really make it feel like a seniority versus freshman thing, but really just like a team collaboration between everyone. And that's how Coach loves it as well. And I think that just creates a good atmosphere.
Let's just go back to your goal for a minute. You were very humble in saying, that they had the confidence in letting you take it. But what struck me was it was kind of like a quick switch, which is happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, you line up. I forget who lined up originally.
Yeah, it was Kim. She got hurt, so obviously she stepped to the ball, and I really wanted her to take it as well. But I guess
she was a little shaken up.
No, she wanted to take it. It was just the coaches kind of were like, "Oh, Janelle, take it." I mean, I guess it's just because it's been very difficult for me. They wanted me to have a little confidence booster.
Right.
But Kim got back, 2 goals, so she got her get back.
Exactly. But what impressed me most about that kick, I mean, other than you burying it to the right side, was as soon as the switch was made, I mean, you did not hesitate at all. You stepped up and you drilled it.
Yeah.
What's the thought process with something like that? Obviously, a postseason penalty kick is different than a regular one, but do you try to make them all the same as far as your approach?
I actually usually go top ins, but I was like, let me just be safe and calm. So I just passed it in. And I was also quick. The ref was like, as soon as we switched, he was like, go. I was like,
yeah, you stepped right and drilled it, and not an easy thing to do all the time. So congrats on your first of the season after such a long comeback. You really well deserved.
Thank you so much.
Very happy for you, and obviously one of the reasons you're here is all the hard work you've put in. That should do it here from Frederick Douglass Field. My thanks to Janelle Atta, one of our player of the game, who scored on a key penalty kick earlier in the first half. Great job by Janelle and the rest of her teammates. Once again, the final 11-0 from Frederick Douglass Field. You guys will be right back here on Monday, and we'll have the coverage for you live on Raider Vision. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, Janelle. Enjoy the rest of the weekend to our faithful, loyal viewers on YouTube, Raider Vision. Janelle, as tradition states, maybe a little corny, but a little on 3. We'll do a little "Let's Go Scarlet Raiders." Can you handle that? Together. You guys were together on that field tonight, right?
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's go Scarlet Raiders! Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Take care.
much. Great job.